and welcome here to TalkFCB, and welcome back to the channel this evening, guys. And to be honest, I don't know what's more surprising. The fact here, this was a relatively stress-free game against Getafe, or the fact that I actually got a score prediction correct, because yeah, Barca, they have won by 3-0. And as we said before the game, it was absolutely vital to get that early first goal, to make sure that Getafe here didn't have anything to protect as that game went on. And what that meant was the game just opened up nicely. No longer could they just defend in their own box for the entire match. In the second half, they could have wasted time if they wanted to, but they were 3-0 down. So why would you go and waste the time they usually would? And that was the absolute ideal scenario. Right here, Hansi Flick made a few changes, not too many, to the team that beat Newcastle on Thursday. We had there Eric Garcia and Christensen at centre-back. Dani Olmo made his way into the lineup, and it was Ferran Torres, Lewandowski and Raphinha, because Marcus Rashford, the hero of course against Newcastle, was on the bench until half-time, because he arrived slightly late there to the activation session. And as we know, Flick doesn't take any prisoners there. It doesn't matter who you are, doesn't matter what you've done. If you arrive late, unfortunately, you will be made to sit on the bench at least for a little bit. But of course, luckily, we didn't miss Rashford in the first half, because what a beautiful opening goal it was, guys. It was absolutely fantastic. Raphinha there into Dani Olmo. Nice ball in behind. Olmo, so good at picking up those kinds of pockets, making his way into the penalty area. He's got great awareness here, because the back heel into Ferran is absolutely phenomenal. Wonderful play there from Dani Olmo. And you got to say, Ferran here, arriving into the area, he takes it on first time. His finish is away from the goalkeeper into the top corner. That is a Barca goal. That is an absolutely beautiful, quick passing, one-touch football, and ending in an absolutely spectacular opener. And Ferran, boy, did he look confident today, in and around the penalty area, and even outside, of course, for his second goal. Just slots it home absolutely brilliantly there. And this was actually a long ball in behind. It was Raphinha, the architect, again, into Ferran Torres. There was a suspicion of offside. Ferran half looked as though he thought it was going to be flagged off, but it wasn't. And it was a great finish from him at the near post. And yet again, we're talking about the fact that at the end of this game, Ferran should have the match ball. He's through on goal, great opportunity to get his hat-trick, and he cannoned one off the crossbar, but 2 for him today, and he looked really, really sharp, you'd have to say. But even in the second half then, you got players coming on who could make an impact. Rashford did get on, Marcus came on, brilliant ball from him in behind to Rashford, who sets up there the third goal for Dani Olmo. And I thought it was a really important game today, a good performance from Dani Olmo. We know that he hasn't had the easiest start to the season. He's lacked maybe a little bit of sharpness, a bit of confidence in his game, but I think it's important for him today. He got a great assist, he got a nice goal here, cut back from Rashford, easy finish there for Olmo, and in the end for Barca, we were able to make changes, we were able to just wind down the game really in the second half. And again, Getafe, you will take that all day long. Sometimes these games against them could be really frustrating, really difficult. If we weren't able to get that early goal, it could have been a very different match. But we did the job well today. We played well as a team. Good football, quick passing, quick play at times, and 3 points on the board for us. And of course, now we move on to our next game, away at Real Oviedo, newly promoted Real Oviedo on Thursday. But guys, please do let me know in the comments down below here today, what do you make of the performance following on from the win over Newcastle? Who impressed you? What did you make of the goals? And just let me know your overall feelings about what Barca are doing and achieving right now. I will see you soon for the full reaction coming up on Monday, because we will also have to discuss some Barca players out on loan this weekend who've also been impressing. I will see you soon for all of that good stuff, but until next time, as always, Vesca, Real Barca.